I'm feeling hot today, man. It's so hot. Doing this video. I've got a little fan on there in the corner. I can't really put it on high speed, because if I put it on high speed, then it's going to drown out the music on my video. It's going to drown all the sound out. So I can't really put the fan on high speed. But I'm going to do this review. What a great qualifying. Charles Leclerc. He's the future. I called it. I called it from the beginning. I called it from last season. All these marks coming out on the internet and Twitter, Instagram, Sky Sports commentators, all the marks. Oh, Max Verstappen's going to win the title. Max Verstappen's going to do this. Max Verstappen's going to do that. Watch out for Red Bull. They're the future. Honda. The Honda engine's going to take. He's going to take out Ferrari and take out Mercedes. And I was thinking, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? Don't you understand that Charles Leclerc, yeah, he's going to Ferrari, right? You got that, ain't you? Yeah, Charles Leclerc, Ferrari. Do you get it? I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that these people, these idiots, couldn't see it. I saw this coming a long time ago. I'm not saying he's gonna win the championship. I'm not gonna jump ahead of myself like Autosport do, because you know how Autosport is, all Ferrari marks. But this guy's got something. It was a little bit like Lewis Hamilton in 2007 when he was with McLaren. He had his debut season with McLaren, right? He came in and he nearly won the championship. He didn't win the championship. It was about, he lost the championship by half a point. A point or half a point, I forgot what it was. It was a long time ago. But we all knew then that we had something special. The F1 world knew we had something special in Lewis Hamilton. I see this same potential in Charles Leclerc. He showed it in practice. He showed it in qualifying. Showed his teammates. Like I was saying, in the winter testing and before the winter testing last year, I said, don't watch Hamilton. Ferrari don't need to watch Hamilton. Ferrari don't need to watch Mercedes. They need to watch themselves. Because the rivalry is going to be between, the rivalry for Vettel it's not Hamilton. I'm not saying Hamilton's not going to win the championship, but I'm saying his rivalry is going to be his teammate, Charles Leclerc. This young guy, this young up-and-coming driver. I wouldn't even call him a rookie now. It's his second season. I wouldn't even call him a rookie. He's prime. He's ready. He's got no fear. No fear whatsoever. Charles Leclerc's got no fear. He don't care if Vettel's a 4-time world champion. He don't care that Hamilton's a 5-time world champion. He don't care how many poles Hamilton's got. Even if he's got 200 poles, it does not matter. He's coming into this F1 season and he's got one thing on his mind: to take out the big guys, to take out Vettel, to take out Lewis Hamilton. I'm not saying he's going to win the title. I'm not saying he's going to win the championship. But you know, it's a matter of time before he wins a championship. Not just one, not just two. He's gonna get at least 4 or 5 championships, maybe more. I don't know, but this guy's got something special. He has been designed from the age of 2. He's been nurtured to race for a Ferrari. This guy has got Ferrari in his DNA, and I like this guy. I like him. Every 10 years, a special driver comes along. In the 70s, You had Nicky Lauda. You always get like a rivalry as well. Nicky Lauda Hunt. Frost Senna. Schumacher Hill. Schumacher Alonso. And then you had Hamilton, Alonso. But you know where I'm going from. Every 10 years you get a special driver. Two usually come through. Like I said, you had your Senna, Frost, Schumacher, Alonso, Hamilton, Rosberg, whatever. Oh, you know where I'm coming from. But this guy, everybody's talking about Max Verstappen. Everybody's talking about, oh, Max Verstappen's the future. Max Verstappen's going to win this. Max Verstappen's going to win that. Whatever. Charles Leclerc is the real deal. And that's coming from a Mercedes fan. Like I said on all my videos, I'm not biased. If a guy's good, I'll give him credit. And Charles Leclerc is the man. Not yet. I'm not saying he's going to win the championship. I'm not going to jump the gun like Autosport. Like Marks, like Little Lemmings. And Sky Sports. Scheming with himself. Oh, Ferrari. Ferrari. All I'm saying is, watch out. If Hamilton wants to break these records that he's after, 7-time world champion, race win record. If he wants to do it, he needs to start stepping up now. Because this new generation coming through, they're not going to stop for anybody. These guys are not going to stop for anybody. All I'm saying is, Hamilton, if you want to break these records, you need to do it now. And very soon. Because this new generation is coming fast. Very fast. And these guys that are coming through the ranks as well, like you got your Lando Norrises, you got your George Russells, you got your Albons, you got all these guys coming through. And these guys are more prepared than Lewis Hamilton and Alonso's and Rosberg's ever was. They're using sim racing as their tool to get in. They're going on iRacing, they're going on Project Cars 2, they're going on Assetto Corsa, preparing themselves. If they're not on the track, they're in the sim. Just like Christian Horner said all these weeks, that he said it last year. He said sim racing is a very valuable tool for F1. Good for your eye coordination and good for your reactions, good for your cornering. Something that Hamilton and Alonso's and your Rosbergs and your Kvyat's never done 10 years ago. It wasn't really around. The sim racing didn't really evolve. Not really. But now the sim racing evolves. It's evolved a lot. As if you go on something like Assetto Corsa, it's actually like right. If you got the right wheel, the right setup, it's like racing a real car. Something that, like I said, the Alonso's and your Hamiltons never had. But enough for that sim. I'm going off topic now. All I'm saying is, Charles Leclerc, I like him. And you know what? Another guy that I like. To be fair, I'll be honest. I didn't really like him at first. When I thought there was something cocky about him. This is what I thought. There was something cocky about him. I didn't like him in Formula 2. I never liked him really when he came into McLaren. When he was signed for McLaren. But I followed him on YouTube. I watched some of his videos. And I've really grown to like him. Lando Norris. Look at Lando Norris getting the McLaren into Q3. This is another guy. This is another guy who's the future. If he can get in the right car, he can definitely win a championship. It's a shame for George Russell. I know I like George Russell, but again, he's in a Williams car. What can you do? What can you do? But all I'm saying is Lando Norris. This guy is. I've gone from not liking him from really liking him. He just doesn't care, does he? It's like when he was at Australia, he didn't care. He like 10 minutes before the race, he's standing up there on the side. He got his leg up. He's got his leg up on the wall or whatever it was in the pit lane, and he was just there chilling, like to say, "Come on, let's get on with the race. Let's race." This is his debut season in F1. The guy seems like he's been in F1 for 5 years. It's this new generation. They got no fear. They do not care. They don't care if the guy in front of him has won 10 championships. All they care about is winning the race. No fear. This generation has got no fear. And that's good. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Now, on to the qualifying. Let's have a look. So, qualifying. Ferrari has looked good for basically all weekend. They've looked good in practice and they've looked good in qualifying. At first, at the beginning, I've got to admit, when I saw practice on Friday, I thought maybe Mercedes is sandbagging. But by the looks of it, they're not. Q1, you had Charles Leclerc, Q1, Charles Leclerc coming in at 1. Second, Vettel. And third, Hamilton. That was Q1. And Q3, Leclerc, Vettel, Hamilton. Now Q2, Leclerc, Vettel and Hamilton. And in Q3, Leclerc, Vettel, Hamilton. So Charles Leclerc kept the edge over the rest of the pack. All the way through qualifying, Charles Leclerc kept the edge over Vettel and Hamilton. So you got Vettel and Hamilton, between them both, 9-time world champion. Hamilton 5, Vettel 4. But did Charles Leclerc care? No. And he kept the edge over both of them. Unbelievable. Like I said at the beginning of my video, no fear. So, as I go through the standings, I'm going to go on the standings now, how it all finished. The official standings. Charles Leclerc first, Paul Zamora, Sebastian Vettel 2, third Hamilton, fourth Valtteri Bottas, fifth Max Verstappen, sixth Kevin Magnussen, seventh Carlos Sainz, 8th Romain Grosjean, 9th Kimi Raikkonen, 10th Lando Norris, 11th Daniel Ricciardo, 12th Alexander Albon, 13th Pierre Gasly, 14th Sergio Perez, 15th Daniel Fiat, and 16th Antonio Giovinazzi, 17th Nico Hülkenberg, 18th Lance Stroll, 19th George Russell, and 20 Robert Kubica. Again, coming in last, but at the end of the day, you can't really blame William. It's the car. They said something about during the qualifying pre-show on Sky. They were saying something about they can't really push the car that hard because they haven't got the parts yet to replace it. I don't know what that's all about, but Williams, it's just bad luck after bad luck. Daniel Ricciardo, let me tell you something now. I said at the beginning of last season, I thought Daniel Ricciardo was made the right decision to go to Renault. I'll go back on that. I think he's made the wrong. I think he should have stayed at Red Bull. That's just my opinion. I think Daniel Ricciardo should have stayed at Red Bull and fought it out with Max Verstappen, because at the moment things are not going well for Daniel Ricciardo. But it's only the second race of the season. We'll see how the season plays out. But yeah, my review on this of this qualifying, the 2019 F1 Bahrain Grand Prix qualifying. Charles Leclerc, if he can hold his nerve tomorrow, I fancy him to win it tomorrow. Charles Leclerc, if he can get a good start, because you know what Vettel's like. You can't really trust Vettel, especially in that first turning. You know how Vettel makes mistakes and he's going to try and go for that win, and you know what he's like. So hopefully, if Charles Leclerc gets a good start, I think he'll win the race. That's just my bet for tomorrow, Charles Leclerc. I think Lewis Hamilton's going to get on the podium. I'm not sure if he's going to get third or second, but I think Charles Leclerc, if he can hold out to this is gonna show his true steel tomorrow, his true nerve. If he can come out tomorrow, get a good start, the pit goes okay. There's no mess up in the pits. Good strategy for Ferrari. I think Charles Leclerc will get the win tomorrow. That's just my bet. But again, if you watch my videos every week or every fortnight when I do my F1 videos, at the end of the review, I usually play a few interviews. I can't really show you no videos because obviously copyright, but you can listen to some audio. So, first one I got Nico Hülkenberg. He's talking about multiple car problems. So let's see if this plays. Here we go.
Great weekend up until now. What happened?
See, never praise a Friday, right?
I know.
We had car problems. Different things
There you
actually
go. Standard
happening at the same
car
time,
problems
right?
right away.
In the worst possible moments, so we lost performance. Yeah, and no chance basically to bring that car through with what we were faced.
Similar issues to what occurred in Melbourne?
No, totally unrelated and totally different stuff. Not actually sure exactly yet what exactly happened, but yeah, we need to get to the bottom of things there.
Can you take some solace from how fast you've been all through the weekend up to this point?
Definitely, yeah. I felt good and confident in the car all weekend and had some serious pace. So, yeah, I was very keen to show that now in qualifying. I think we definitely had a car, for the top 10 this weekend. But yeah, it's a shame that we've lost that opportunity again and out in Q1 already. That makes obviously life pretty hard for tomorrow.
So basically having car problems again. Renault haven't got the stuff to give you yet. See what else of the interviews I've got in here. I'm not sure if I've got any more. There's one there. Let's have a look. I'm just going through the list, see what's there. Yeah, so you got Charles Leclerc first, pole position. I think he's the second youngest ever driver to get pole. So back to the interview, see what else is left. Who's there? We've got Pierre Gasly having problems with his car again. With that Honda engine, I don't know what's going on with that. But, so I'll play this interview. Pierre Gasly, he's saying good direction, but what do you expect him to say? Still early stages.
Struggling with the setup of the car today. What were the other challenges as well as that? Can you expand on?
I think FP1 was good. We had decent pace, and beginning of FP2 was great as well. But just the soft run was quite messy run. Didn't manage to do on the first lap traffic in turn 1, and then we tried something which didn't work. So it wasn't the cleanest run, but I think we have good direction. We're lacking a bit of pace with the soft tire, but yeah, we're going to work tonight to find that extra performance for tomorrow.
Thanks very much.
So he's talking about the video. He was talking about his car. His setup's not right, but he's positive. But like I said, it's early stages. So we've got Alexander Albon. Good. He's saying on here, good to get back together today in qualifying. So I'll play this. It's only 59 seconds, so it's not too long. Let's get through this video. Here we go.
P12. Great job.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, but he could have done better. You could tell by straight out his face.
Lando in F2 last year, but yeah, it was a shame to end the lap because I don't know how close it was. I haven't actually checked the times, but I think we were really close to Raikkonen. We say that maybe I'm 3 tenths off, and it doesn't even matter. But yeah, it's been a tough weekend actually. FP1, FP2, FP3, and it was good to kind of get it back together in qualifying. I think the team understood what I like in the car, and it took a while just to get to that point. But yeah, happy.
With that in mind, sort of that steady rate of progression up to qualifying, do you think you've got a car that is to your liking for the race tomorrow?
Yeah, I do. I think FP2 we look really, really strong, and there are some things we even looked today that we can definitely take into tomorrow. So I think. No, I'm looking forward to it. At least we can overtake Bahrain, so yeah.
Well done.
So there you go. So he looked a bit upset, so but that shows how competitive he is. His second race of the season, and you can see he wants more, which is a good sign. Who shall we go? We got Max Verstappen. This is Max Verstappen. It's saying for real qualifying performance, we have to find something. Yeah, you definitely need to find something. Again, Honda engine.
Max, how was your Friday?
It was alright, but could be better.
And with the little leak at the beginning of the day, how much did that affect your program of running?
We didn't have a leak.
Oh, I thought you did have a leak this morning. I just had a chat with one of your guys.
No, we were just changing some parts on the car to try and test.
Oh, okay. I heard that you broke a pipe.
No.
Oh, okay. I'll have to have a chat with your performance director and double check. Okay. What do you take away from Friday, though, going into the race weekend?
Well, that we still have work to do, I think. It's been alright on the medium tire. So, I mean, that will be, I think, anyway, the most dominant tire in the race. But yeah, we're still, for real qualifying performance, we have to find something.
Great. Good luck then.
So basically saying, she was saying to him that she heard there was a leak with the car. He's saying no. She said she spoke to the director, engineer, whatever, and she said that he said there was a leak. He's saying no. So you don't know who to believe. He didn't look convincing when he did speak, to be fair. Let's have a look anymore. George Russell's car was feeling better yesterday, he said. So let's see what we've got to say. Only 2 more interviews, then I'm going to wrap this up.
It's never going to be easy for you guys with the predicament that you're in, but can you take some satisfaction from beating your teammate again?
A small bit of satisfaction, but it was a little bit of a disappointing session actually. The car was feeling much better yesterday than it did in qualifying, and even though we're not fighting for anything more than 19th at the moment, still we have to optimise the package we've got, and today we didn't do that.
Why is that?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. Obviously conditions are always changing, maybe affected us more than the others, but it's still early days for everybody in the championship, and like I said, we need to go back and analyse it.
Another day of testing tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so, unfortunately, but like I said, that's where we are at the moment. We've got to make the most of it.
So not happy, but he's just accepting it that they can't do any better. Like they said, it's testing for them. Let's speak to Robert Kubica. He said the difference between the two Williams cars are puzzling. So obviously his car's not as good as George Russell.
Another difficult qualifying session, but talk us through it.
Bit frustrated.
Not a lot to say.
He worked so hard to come back as well.
Actually,
but it's not over.
For the car characteristic, at least my car has. But yeah, nothing really to say.
Do you still think it's a very different car to the one your teammate has?
Well, it's obvious. On the data, it's obvious.
So for tomorrow, any expectations, any hopes?
It will have to be another
he looks a bit pissed.
Experience race, and yeah, it's like it is. So actually, I was quite happy with my qualifying, and on the last lap, I was 3 tenths down, but I lost part of the car, 2 corners to go, and I lost 4 tenths. So yeah, I'm not taking curbs all weekend, and the first time I go over the curb, I'm losing parts. So yeah, that's how it is. Anyway, we knew after yesterday that it would be difficult, and unfortunately we didn't find a solution to, or let's say the reason why the car is so different. The 2 cars are so different. So yeah, that's how it is.
So he's not happy. Obviously, he's not happy. He's not happy. His car's not performing as good as his teammate George Russell, and he's not happy. So obviously, he has to go back to his engineers and get that sorted, and hopefully he does, because it's a bit shame for Robert Kubica. He's come this far. It took him ages to come back, and he finally come back, and he's driving his car now, and the car's not really good. It's pants at the end of the day. What can you? It's just the way it is. He's trying his best, but his car's not performing as good as George Russell's. George Russell's car is obviously it's slower than the rest, but his car's a lot slower and there's a fault with his car. George Russell's car is a lot more. It's got more spring, the traction's better, his braking's better, his aerodynamics is better, and it's showing. And Robert Kubica said it's puzzling why his car is not performing like his teammate, George Russell. Now, the last video is from Charles Leclerc. He's saying he's happier here than I was in Australia. obviously, because he just got pole. And this is the last video before we wrap this up. So, let it play. Long thing loading up, man. Long thing. There we go.
Quick summary of how it went today.
Yeah, I think pretty good. In terms of balance, I'm happier here than I was in Australia on the Friday. So yeah, it's positive. I think the race runs were also positive. So this is looking good, but we need to keep pushing because I'm pretty sure, well, I'm absolutely sure that the Mercedes are not as far as they have shown today, and this will only know in qualifying tomorrow.
Have you changed the car a lot since Australia, or is it just that this track suits the car better?
I think it suits the car better, but I also think that there have been some things that we understood from Australia that we tried here and that went in the positive direction. So this is good, and it confirms that we understood what went wrong. Then to know exactly where we are, we'll only know in qualifying tomorrow.
So that was the video from yesterday. It's talking about qualifying, but obviously he got pole, and it's good news for Charles Leclerc, and I'm happy for him. He's coming here, like I said, he's coming as a rookie. He was second year in F1. He's gone to a big team like Ferrari, and he's showing his stuff. And that's it, and that's all I got to say. It's going to be an exciting race tomorrow. Hopefully, it's going to be a very competitive race. I think it's going to be. I still think Charles Leclerc, if he can get a good start and the pit strategy is good and there's no delay in the pits and everything's on point, I think he'll win the race tomorrow. That's just my bet, even though I'm a Mercedes fan. As you guys know, if you follow me for a long time, you know I'm a Mercedes fan. The hat does give it away. But I think Charles Leclerc, if he gets a good start tomorrow here at Bahrain, I'm not saying he's going to win the championship, but I think if he gets a good start tomorrow and the pit strategy is perfect, I think Charles Leclerc will win. I don't know who's going to come second though, but I think Charles Leclerc could win tomorrow. So, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on YouTube, hit the like button. Follow me on YouTube, Solo P1. Follow me on Instagram, Solo_P1. Follow me on Twitter, Solo P1, and follow me on Twitch, Solo_P1. This is Solo P1 signing out of the 2019 F1 Bahrain Grand Prix qualifying review. See you later, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.